All right.
Okay. All right. Ready?
Make
Fico?
sure you have the headphones in, Dave, and then you're in front of the computer.
Well, I took the headphones out because it's all right. You want the headphones in, then it's gonna go in my ears, and it's hard to talk with the. Well, then I got to be on speakerphone. Like I can't have headphones in my ears and the phone in my ear. You know.
Don't the iPhone headphones
try.
have the mic on them?
Yeah, they do.
What?
Are you? He's not
Like
talking
your
about.
iPhone earbuds,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not the computer headphones.
You mean that?
The iPhone ones, the white ones.
I'm wearing the white ones, the wired white ones. That's what I'm using.
Yeah, just so there's no sound coming out of
No,
your cell
all right.
phone, like that's like on speaker, because otherwise it'll get picked up by the local recording.
Hold on, I can't hear you. I gotta put it in my ear. Hello? Hello?
Yeah. We can hear you.
Okay.
Do you have your headphones
right.
in?
Well, I have one in one ear and the phone in my other ear.
Wait. Why don't you? Why do you have to have the phone? Why don't you just plug in your headphones into the phone?
My headphones are into the phone.
What?
What do you mean? What?
Why don't you?
If the headphones are in, should the sounds coming through the headphones?
Yeah.
You're right. But how do I talk to you? I gotta talk into the
What do you
phone.
mean? You talk. You put the
What do you
headphones
mean,
in.
what
You
I
just
mean?
talk.
That has a mic.
What mic?
Those headphones have a mic.
So you were saying if I put these in, put the phone down, you're gonna be able to hear me. Fine. I
Yeah,
don't think so.
we can hear you way better now.
Well, I haven't talked yet. You hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
No, you don't, do you?
Well, now you're choppy.
Aha, I told you. You don't hear me now, do you? I don't hear you. Hello?
What do you mean you don't hear us? Oh, you're saying because
Now I do.
How do you wait? I'm confused.
Where are the headphones plugged into?
The headphones are into the phone. In the ear. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you right now.
All right, then we're good.
Okay. We should keep some of this in. That was great. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hurry up.
Barstool
I don't know
Pick'em.
how you hear me.
What
You're
do you
saying
mean?
this little white thing? Am I being recorded right now?
Dave, you know that the headphones have a mic on them.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
If you look down, you can see the mic.
This little white thing?
Yes.
Oh man.
How?
the
So wait, every time you get a call and you have your headphones in, you take your headphones out?
No, I talk into the phone.
Right, but if you're walking down the street and you have your headphones in
You don't need.
and
it
you're
to.
listening to music
Correct.
and someone calls you, you take your headphones out.
No.
Oh, you talk
That's how I
into-
listen
He
to
listens
them.
with this and then uses the
You
phone
talk
as
into
audio.
the phone?
He goes like this.
Yes.
You
and
don't
if
need
we're
to do that.
recording right now, you can see what I'm doing. I'm holding the phone, talking into the phone with the earphones in my ears.
Yeah,
yes.
no,
That's
you
don't
how I
need to
it.
do
I
that.
don't
You
know.
don't need to do
This
that.
microphone, I thought. There's a thing on the side that I thought was a volume control of some sort.
Yeah, that's
But it's
that's
also
the
a
mic.
mic.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm good then.
Hey, all right, let's go.
Learn something new every day.
Week
Just
5.
quickly, Dave. It still says stop streaming on OBS, not start streaming, right?
What? It says
I
start
want to
streaming.
make sure we're recording.
It says start streaming, stop recording.
Stop or start.
It says start streaming, stop recording. There's two of them.
All right, we're good? All right. Barstool Pick'em is brought to you by our friends at Game Time. This is the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, created by fans for fans. Game Time is a new ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. If you haven't given Game Time a shot yet, what are you waiting for? We've had tons of Barstool fans using it, letting us know about the great deals they are getting. We've been using Game Time all year, and we want you to check it out as well. College Football Show is going to be in Piscataway, Rutgers, Nebraska. Bet you can find some good deals there. It's so easy to use. Amazing deals. You're going to love it. Download the Game Time app. Go to the account tab to create a login and redeem code PICK'em for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. The Game Time app and use code PICK'em.
All right, if you're watching this show, whether it's Pick'em, Advisors, Hot Ice, Pick Central, one of the great shows we have on Barstool Sportsbook, I built this plaque. I'm getting tired of looking at it. I want to see a gold one. I want to see $1 million. Let's go get that for Sportsbook. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. We're the best out there. Like and subscribe.
Barstool Pick'em Week 5. Dave's in the middle of a hurricane. He's fighting for his life. Dave, I saw your video. I just want to say on behalf of everyone who's currently not in a hurricane zone, I'm sorry for you.
I can't hear you. Yeah, this cuts in and out. The cell service sucks.
This is the funniest shit ever. Okay,
The show it's gone full circle.
what I was saying was, are you okay in the hurricane?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. It's like really hitting Tampa, but it's a category 4, I think, hitting Tampa. So it's a pretty fucking huge thing. And it's like 30-mile-per-hour winds. There's down signs here. I lost power last night. I don't understand how Wi-Fi works totally, but it's going in and out. My phone broke. I can't turn on my phone. I filmed that video, and then it got wet, and it won't charge. So I'm not at top speed at all right now.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great. It doesn't sound like it's having a great time there. Do you
I
have?
hope you're okay.
You know what we'll do, Dave, is we'll speed through. You can maybe give your card, and then Rico and I can talk about the other games. Do you have the top 20 bloggers right now? He could be talking to himself right now. That could be, but we could record that.
No, I just heard the talking to yourself. I just heard talking to yourself. I don't. It's the cell service stinks. I think I'm not on my phone. Silvana has AT&T. AT&T sucks. So I don't know that this has anything to do with the storm. I don't know if I'm talking to air right now. I don't know if anybody can hear me. I don't know.
It's like
We can hear you. We just heard that. What I was asking is, do you have the top 20 bloggers?
I saw it, but I can't get it.
I'll help you out.
I know White
Okay,
Sox,
all right, so-
Dave.
Yeah, go ahead, Rico.
Reegs, Matt Fitzgerald, Nate, Jerry Thornton, Dante, Pat, Greeny, Mush, Jordy, Big Tennessee, Clem, Stephen Shea, Hubbs, Ohio's Tate, Chief, John Rich, Francis, Chaps, Keegs, White Sox Dave.
So you didn't make it.
I did not.
You did not make
Probably
it again.
in same resulting receiving votes.
Brutal.
Yeah, I saw White Sox Dave. I was grilling him. He came in at 20, so good for him. Dante's had some good blogs. Do you see the Dante blog on the Jersey Jerry guy? What a scumbag that is.
No, he wrote what a scumbag, the guy who hires kids to ask for autographs.
Yeah, and he did. Yeah, he's like a guy that every Angel player knows, avoids, because all he does is camp out everywhere, private airports, his kids. And then he's like, it's interesting, a 12-year-old kid was holding a 10-year-old Sports Illustrated Mike Trout. Jersey Jerry, honestly, an apology isn't enough. He should have to do a shame walk, naked through New York.
Yeah, I actually said to Jersey Jerry, Dave, probably the best defensive read that Justin Fields has made in his pro career is seeing Jersey Jerry and being like, this guy's a weirdo scumbag.
Yeah, I mean, I like Jersey Jerry, but his autograph obsession is going to take him down a dark path. He's defending the wrong people. And, I mean, that video went so viral, and anyone with a brain is like, what a scumbag Jersey Jerry is.
He's just a passionate guy, and I love him. And he said last night he had to take a walk because things weren't going well. I think the craziest thing that's going on at Barstool right now, and Dave, you and I both kind of found out about this last week, was that Jersey Jerry and Rico, like talk on the phone at like midnight every night and just like talk about their problems, I can't imagine what those conversations are like.
No, and they're both quick to jump down. Like, and yeah, I said it to you. It's like the king of awkward situations. I probably wouldn't have noticed the Trout thing as much if it's like we're not in this fantasy league and like 1 second we're texting about our mortal locks and the next second Jerry's burying a guy for no reason. It's just such an awkward, and he's dead wrong. It's like I said to Jerry, if Trout or anybody's ignoring kids, but like how could you possibly not realize that was a setup? Like kids outside a hotel at night, like being recorded, the kid's like, who's that? Is that the guy? And then you do 1 second of research and he's a professional autograph hawker who are the worst fucking people in the world. Just a big swing and a miss from Jerry.
Yes.
In Jerry's defense, he doesn't sell his autographs. He just
he's
collects
obsessed
them.
with autographs.
But these guys are bad who sell them.
He's a passionate guy. But you tell us what is that conversation like when you and Jerry get on the phone together? And
Just check in. It's like
you just motherfucking.
Yeah, I know
Dave.
you were. Yeah, I mean you were a big gym guy. Like obviously, you have like a spotter. You just you have a.
Yeah, I used to be.
All right, yeah, you have a partner. Like you go out. That's just you spot each other.
Yeah.
All right, he makes the call. Sometimes I make the call. You always got to answer.
So, do you just motherfuck me and Dave on that
That's
call?
absolutely not true.
I would imagine that
It's
is
not
a
true.
little bit.
You just always assume the worst. The same way. Like Sunday, I tried to.
You
atone.
must be glad that I'm not there anymore, Rico, huh?
Oh, he's smiling for the first time all year.
I bet.
I mean, I try to atone for my sins. I fucked up Saturday, celebrating a little early. I brought in Nosh for the crew, and Dan's like, I mean,
Well,
you're pretty moody, depending on your gambling.
Oh, I
too.
am. Of course
Okay,
I am.
So
my point with Rico has always been: listen, winning bets, you should be happy. You should go crazy. You should be like, this is awesome. Losing bets, I fucking wear it and I own it and I get buried online and I just stand there and I take it. My problem with you from day one has been when you win, you retweet everyone saying how awesome you are. When you lose, you go silent. You go completely silent. You disappear from the internet. That's my point, is you can't have it both ways. You got to take the good with the bad, and you never take the bad. You just literally walk away from your problems, where when I get killed, I just I take it. People call me the same shit. If I blocked everyone like you block everyone, like I'd block everyone all Saturday and Sunday. People being like, Fade, you suck, you suck. No, guess what? It's part of the game. You win some, you lose some. But you just like winning, and then when you lose, you just block people who say like you suck at picks, and you're like block, block, block. That's true. That's true. That's always been my point.
All right.
I have no problem with celebrating. Everyone should celebrate. When you're hot, you're hot. There's no better feeling. But when you're not, you can't just be like, I'm gonna block and ignore the entire internet. That's my point. I think that's a fair point.
You got to get back in the lab too to practice. That's where I'm at too. So.
Yeah, Dave. He finally brought in food on Sunday because he had a 10-5 week. So he was like, he was kind of doing the dance and like smiling and talking to everyone. And that was my point. Is like when you lose, you gotta have the other side. You can't just only do the highs.
Yeah. I mean, he's still not good for the season. I will say, Rico, I've noticed an increase in the blogging, and that's good. It's crazy. It took what it took to get there, but that's all I was asking for, really.
All right.
Dave, would you like to apologize to me for your mush on Saturday? He fucked me so bad.
Yeah.
I came in your hole, Dan, though. I lost that game, too.
You did come in my hole, but Dave came on the RV. Clemson was up 14-0, and he just goes.
They were 14-0 instant. I was doing like a pizza review at Cruz Farm, great spot, Knoxville. And I was watching the game because I almost bet it because you were so strong about it. And the way it started, it looked like they were going to win 100-0. So I walked in the RV. I made eye contact. I'm not going to say it. And then you're like, what? I'm like, no, I'm not going to say it. You're like, you got to say it. I'm like, no, I don't want to say it. And you're like, say it. I'm like, that looks like a good pick with Clemson. The second I said it, that game turned around. I came in your hole at halftime, so I lost. So I do think that lessens it a little.
I agree.
Would you have gotten that mad if he said just good start?
No. The problem was
because good pick, it means
you can't also say I don't want to. I'm not going to say it because when you say I'm not going to say it, you have to say it. You've already said it.
Yeah.
It was a pretty decisive start.
It was.
You should have said good start.
No, I would say you got back 75% of the goodwill on that pick by coming in my hole at halftime.
Yeah, that was. I wish I didn't in hindsight. But yeah, yeah. I was pretty. I was pretty on top of the card last week. For people, I didn't have like, what was I, 10-8? But if you paid attention to what I was saying, I was like, I like 4 teams that are all underdog-ish type situations. The only one that didn't cover was Iowa. Rutgers against Iowa. They threw 2 pick sixes. If not, it probably would have been a slugfest. My mortal lock, which I had to change because you can't bet in Chicago, was Miami of Ohio, who outrighted Northwestern, who stinks. I had Oregon State cover, an easy but miracle cover, obviously, with Wazoo. So those 4, I had a 5-team parlay that I put in for $5,000 to win like 170 or something, or whatever it paid. And it was Washington State, Miami of Ohio, who was an 11-point underdog in the middle game? Florida. Basically, I won 4 or 5. The only one I lost was that Iowa Rutgers. So I had a pretty good day, actually, because I bet more on all of those.
That would have been a nightmare for you to have Florida and Washington State, the way that played out, to lose both.
Yeah.
Florida
got the late, but that was the right pick. Florida should have covered that game if they didn't turn it over going in. Florida isn't as good as Tennessee, but that spread was too big.
Yeah, and that Washington State game, Rico blogged it. It was a great blog.
I fucked it up.
It was an all-time gambling swing. Dave didn't have TV, so I was texting him the updates. It was just shocking how it all went down. That Oregon scored, I think they scored 14 points in like a minute
and a half. Yeah,
and then it was completely over. One of the worst losses ever. And then Washington State throws it deep to the 1-yard line. And they score with the last play of the game.
And they ran the ball under shot. It was a wild.
It was crazy. The whole thing.
What made that game, that Washington State game, which we were texting? Listen, Penn owns the score. I don't know who's running the score. The score app has been as wonky as I've ever seen it. It said the game was over. It said Washington State, Oregon was over. Combine that with the fact that I've just moved into this new house and they don't have normal TV. Everything's on like YouTube TV. So I think I'm behind. So I was watching that game thinking I was seeing highlights and it was over. Like I was texting Dan. I'm like, I actually think I texted you, Dan. Did you see the end of the game? Like, because I thought they threw it to the 1 and the guy caught it at the 1 and that's how the game ended. And you're like, it's not over.
Yeah.
And the clock disappeared.
Yeah.
There was no clock. So I'm like, no, it's over. Like that was the last play. That's how it ended because the score, I don't know. I feel like Elio has taken control of the score. It's mass chaos on how they're reporting games. You don't know what's going on. It's fucked up. And I'm in a house that I'm on a delay with YouTube TV. I guess I wasn't on a delay, but I thought I was. So I thought that game was over. Crazy.
It was insane. It was so fucking insane. And I just standing there, I've been caught in the same spot basically every Saturday. It's like bath time for my kids, and I'm just standing at the TV being like, well, fuck, there's got to be another play. I just want to rant for one quick second. That Indiana-Cincinnati game broke my heart so badly. I don't know if you saw it, Dave, but Indiana was covering the entire second half, and they got the ball back with 4 minutes left on their own 10. And all they needed to do was get 1 first down. They weren't able to do it. So Cincinnati got the ball back. There was not enough time. There was too much time left for them to kneel. So they literally had to try to run, and they finally ran it in. And it was a tragedy, an absolute tragedy.
Am I coming through clearly?
Kind of.
A little bit now.
Yeah, we're missing you a little bit, but we get most of it. Now he might just be talking to himself.
No, it's like you cut out. I heard that now you just made talking to himself. I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know what to. I picked a bad time to come to Florida, I guess, in the middle of a fucking hurricane.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do some picks. Let's do some games, and then we can get your card, Dave, and Rico and I can finish it up.
All right, let's tell you about our friends at Roman. Roman swipes are convenient over-the-counter wipes that are clinically proven to help you last longer in bed. They are uniquely formulated to reduce overstimulation without eliminating sensation altogether. In a 2019 study, they were proven to increase time to orgasm by more than 4 times. To use, just remove the disposable swipe from its discreet pocket-sized pack, wipe on the most sensitive part of your penis, and allow to dry for about 5 minutes. When used as directed, Roman swipes leave no scent or taste, so there is no transfer to your partner. They are safe, effective, and no prescription is needed. All swipes orders include free 2-day shipping and arrive in unmarked packaging. Try today for as little as $2.75 per swipe. Try swipes today with a special offer for just our listeners. Get 20% off your first order at GetRoman.com/pick'em. Today, that's GetRoman.com/pick'em for 20% off.
All right, so the games, we got some really good card actually this weekend. Good card.
Great card.
Yeah. Let's start. We got a bunch of ranked versus ranked matchups. Oklahoma State at Baylor. That is, let's see. I'm going to pull this up because I want to get the most up-to-date line. Oklahoma State at Baylor. You have it, Katie?
Yeah, +2, total 56.5.
56.5 is a total +2. I'll start with this. I'm taking the under in this game. I think that both these teams, Oklahoma State's defense not as good as it was last year. Obviously, they were incredible. They played in the Big 12 championship game. It was a low-scoring game. I think Katie had the stat that the under in this game between these two guys, these two teams, is 6-1 in the last 7 meetings. So 56.5. I'm taking the under. And yeah, I don't love it, but that's the only. This game's too hard to decide. I would lean Baylor, but I'm going to take the under. Rico.
I will take the under as well. I'm also going to take Oklahoma.
Copycat.
I'm going to take Oklahoma State. No, it's too good defense.
No, it's copycat.
Fair
you
enough.
just copied me.
I take Oklahoma State. I do have
Copycat.
Yeah, Dave, copycat. He just copied me.
I do have a theory that the Big 12 is not going to get a playoff team, but it's going to be the most fun race because every week these teams are battling.
Why is that such a big theory? Why is that such crazy theory? I don't think that's that crazy.
Now
Did
Dave's
they have
back.
them last year?
Yeah. Your theory is that it's going to be a fun season?
It's going to be the funnest of all the So, all right, so who can win the SEC? Georgia, Alabama, and maybe distant Tennessee. That race is locked up. Who can win the ACC? Miami side sucks. It's probably Clemson or NC State. Maybe wait.
You're just stating the obvious that it's the funnest conference.
Florida State.
Yeah,
How's Florida State?
Stating the
How's
obvious.
Florida State? How's Florida
I forgot
State?
you're a Florida State fan now. Forgot.
Well, not I forgot, but they're ranked and they're 3-0. No.
Yeah. Okay.
They are pretty good.
I mean, they beat Louisville on the road with an injured quarterback, beat LSU at LSU. I know it wasn't at their stadium, but it's New Orleans. So, I mean, they're pretty fucking good.
They're in the upper echelon of the ACC.
What about the Pac-12? The Pac-12 is going to be kind of fun.
Yeah, so I put
Oregon, Washington, Utah, USC. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That's definitely fun, but the Big 12
is the funnest.
The Big 12 is a true round robin. I know
What's the round robin?
They all play each other once.
No, I know what that is, but who's in the round robin?
What does that mean?
Who's the 3 teams in the round robin here? Or is there all just everyone's in?
In the Big 12, it's a true round robin. They all play each other once.
Right. Who
so all right, so like Oklahoma and Texas, right? Everyone's saying, "Oh, Texas is back." Oklahoma or Texas is guaranteed to have two conference losses before Columbus Day.
Right.
Kansas State and Texas Tech off to a hot start.
It is guaranteed
one of them's
because
like
you mean they because they each have one conference loss, they play each other?
Yes. So my theory is that you're going to get both the combined losses in the Big 12 championship game is going to be 4.
That's your theory?
I got to be honest. Being this remote in a hurricane is making this pretty interesting because I'm not hearing everything that's said. So I have no idea. Like, I sometimes don't know what Rico's talking about to begin with, but I have no idea what the point of this is.
It's just that his theory is that the Big 12 championship game will have 2 teams with a bunch of losses.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Rico.
Got it. All right. Fucking unbelievable how we spin that. It's unbelievable.
What a moment.
Yeah, that's
okay,
right.
so you copied me on the under?
Yeah, I copied Oklahoma State and the under.
All right, Dave, who's your pick in this game?
I like Baylor. It's at Baylor. I should have bet them last week. I didn't have the balls to do it. I do like your under picks as well, guys. But I can't change who I am. I know, Dan, you've been dancing with a lot of unders lately. Good for you, but I can't do that. I'll just take Baylor.
Yeah, it's been bad. It's that, you know what it is, Dave? It's that fucking stat that Tommy gave me on advisors when he was like primetime unders are 36-10 in the last 46. And it was like, oh, that's how I've lost all my money.
Yeah, no, well, you don't get rich. The over is fun. You don't get rich doing it. Even though I have tried to become under guys in the past, it's never worked out. But, I'm taking Baylor.
I also think that this is, if you've been listening to this show for the 4 presidencies it's been going, Dave, I think you'll back me up. Like, I do flirt with this every year where I'm like, ooh, unders. Or like, ooh, underdogs. And then I come back.
Oklahoma State was actually one of the teams. Was it actually Oklahoma State Baylor? I forget who they were playing. Oklahoma State was one of the times I'm like, I thought I outsmarted everybody with the under, and I think it was like a 0-0 at half, and there ended up being like 70 points in the second, culminating with like a lateral backwards that started in plus territory, and I lost.
Yeah, that was bedlam. Yeah.
I like Spencer
Okay,
Sanders as well.
I'll
This
take
is a
Baylor.
revenge
I'm going to
game.
take Baylor as
Take
well.
Oklahoma State.
Fuck it, I'm taking Baylor as well.
Revenge game.
All right,
Gundy.
next up, Kentucky at Ole Miss. Okay, so this sucks because now I'm just going back to back with this. Kentucky at Ole Miss. I'm taking the under 54. I hate myself for this, but the under is 11-1 in the last 12 Ole Miss games. It's crazy how much they go under. Maybe this is so deflated now that this is where they finally go over, but Kentucky plays good defense. Yeah, I'm taking under 54. I hate this. I hate myself. These are the only 2 unders I have. These 2 are the only 2 unders, but I hate myself. Dave.
Ole Miss fucked the fuck out of me last week. I had Ole Miss in the over. I think it was 35-14.
Yep.
Or something like that at halftime. Ole Miss against Tulsa. Ole Miss didn't score the rest of the game. How do you score 35 points at half against a bad team and put no points up at home? So I lost both ends of this. That was bad. I love Kentucky. I think they win the game. I think Ole Miss is a shell of itself. I like Kentucky a lot here.
Rico.
The weird thing is that we don't know much about Ole Miss. If you look at their wins, it's pretty bad. Central Arkansas, Tulsa, Georgia Tech, like they haven't really shown us much. But with that said, I think Kentucky's a little bit overrated. I think Lane gets them up for big games. Jackson Dart's been playing okay. I see him rising up. I'm going to take Ole Miss at home. Plus, those helmets are fucking electric. So I think those are worth 3 points by themselves.
This is one of those ones Rico didn't listen to me at all. If you can't score a touchdown when you need it, and they needed it last week against Tulsa at home in the second half, forget about it.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad. I had that too, Dave. It was an absolute – that was one of those games on Saturdays. You cannot have these games where it starts, and in your mind, you're like, winner, good. Feels good to have that. Like, that's the way it's going. They even scored, like, an extra, like, 10 points in the last minute of the second quarter, and then to look back – and you're like, wait, this is now a loser? You can't have those. Those count as like double losers in your head.
Double. It was a double loser for me.
Yeah.
Double loser.
Did Ole Miss pull the playbook back? Knowing
They didn't score in the second half.
No, the game was like
it was
in
insane.
doubt. The game was in doubt. It was a touchdown game mid 10 minutes left in the fourth. They had the ball 3 times. They couldn't get a first down.
I didn't watch a second of it.
No, it was bad. I think the over-under was...
No, I know. That's Rico. That's you, buddy. That's Jackson Dart's playing well. They got things going. But then you literally say a second later, you didn't watch a second of it. That is you.
Actually, I'm going to take Kentucky just based on that, what Rico just did. You're right, Dave. I mean, you did just say Jackson Dart playing well, and then you just said, I didn't watch a second of it. So those two... Dave did get you there. That is...
I've watched Jackson Dart highlights for the first couple of weeks. Last week, no, you're right. I didn't watch that one.
Right, but...
You were watching them versus what? You were watching Mississippi versus Arkansas State?
If you got an SEC game, you got to familiarize yourselves with what they're doing. Yeah, they're running the ball down people's throats. I watched that. Yeah.
Who they play?
They played Central Arkansas, Georgia Tech.
There's no way
like
you were
2-8.
watching Ole Miss Central Arkansas.
Or Ole Miss Troy? No chance.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
highlights,
Rico's watching that. Get out of here.
You hit the highlights of Ole Miss
There's a lot
Troy?
of fucking teams out there. You got to take a look.
Yeah, I'm honest. I don't watch it all. I haven't seen a second Ole Miss Troy or Ole Miss Central Arkansas.
When you're okay,
Please. just
as you
Rico
go week to
watching
week,
that.
and then
Get
you
out
write
of
it
here.
down. You're like, you know what? Let me.
Didn't see
I
a
like
second of
Ole
those.
Miss here. Let me go take a look. All right, that's all I did.
Maybe we should start doing the start of the show, like what games you saw even a second of. Just a list.
Okay, got it.
I have a lot, but I'll be honest when I haven't seen a second of something.
All right.
Like I didn't see
Sure.
last week. I actually didn't see a second of. No, I did see a second of Northwestern Miami.
Let me tell you something. That was a degenerate special. There were a lot of games on at that time. I watched every snap of that game. It was one of the worst football games I've ever seen. But that was my big bet. That was my mortal, and it was disgusting. Miami, Ohio, Northwestern was disgusting, and God bless anybody who watched every play like I did. It was disgusting.
Yeah, I had one of those degenerate specials too, Dave, where it was Wisconsin, Ohio State was on, Texas A&M, Arkansas was on, Kansas State, Oklahoma was on, and on the big TV, I had FAU versus Purdue. I was like, I have both these sides, so I need this. And dude almost returned a fumble 6 at the end to hit the to fuck my under, and I was just screaming at the TV. But while there was other games going on. All right, next up, you got picks. You got all the picks so far, Dukes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you like and subscribe?
Oklahoma at TCU. TCU's plus 6.5. Over under 68.5. I'll start here. I love TCU in this game. I think that they're a pretty good team. They can score with anyone. Sonny Dykes. I had them last week. That was an easy winner. I know everyone's going to look for the Oklahoma bounce back. I think this is going to just be one of those shootout games where it's like, hey, I get 6.5 here. Like they're going to go back and forth. Give me TCU plus 6.5. Rico.
I like Sonny Dykes as well. It's TCU.
Oh, he copied me again, Dave.
God, look at the fucking papers. Like, what the fuck? We're going to do this every fucking day?
Dave, you copied me again.
Yeah, because he's going to say, watch the game.
All right, who's the quarterback? Who's the quarterback? Who's the quarterback of TCU? Who's the quarterback of TCU? Who's TCU's quarterback?
He's breaking up.
He's breaking up. He's
He's
no cell
Googling
service.
is what he's doing.
No, he's not. He doesn't have cell service. He doesn't. He can't. He's in a hurricane, Rico.
All right, fair enough.
Imagine having someone being in a hurricane, like trying to survive.
Sandy?
Every second,
Yeah. I
every
survived
second of
Sandy.
Yeah,
I
if someone
survived
walked
Sandy.
Up, if someone walked up to you in the middle of Sandy, he's like, who's the quarterback TCU?
I still would probably know.
Yeah, you might.
Bridge has got to be closed in Florida.
I wonder if people at fucking Florida are price gouging pizzas like they did on Staten Island during the hurricane.
All right, so you copied me on this pick too?
$30 a pie, Hank.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's
I
big
will
time.
say, everyone I've ever met from New York and New Jersey brings up Sandy within like an hour of.
It was a traumatic experience.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so you copied me again?
Yeah, I copied you that I wrote down coming into the fucking thing.
Okay.
Buy Dykes, don't buy okay. That's
Whoa.
what the notes say.
Buy Dykes? Clip that for us. Yikes.
Hello?
What's the guy's name?
Hey, Dave, you back?
Yeah.
Who's the quarterback
What's
at
up?
TCU?
The quarterback at TCU?
Yeah.
It's like Max Duggan, I think.
He nailed it. He fucking nailed it.
He's a motherfucker. He really is. He's such
He
a
nailed it.
motherfucker.
He nailed it.
He's such
Why
a
you ask me
motherfucker.
who the quarterback at TCU is?
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're
Who's
right.
Oklahoma's? Who's Oklahoma's?
Oklahoma. They got what the fuck's his name? The kid who just lost.
Yeah,
Don't give it to
no,
him.
I want to give it to him. No, I won't. He's cutting up again.
All right. Who's your pick?
I agree with everything you guys said. But weirdly, I think everybody's going to be on that. So, but I'll stick with TCU. But I think the TCU's. I don't think people are going to think Oklahoma's a bounce back. I think it's such an obvious TCU pick. It makes me a little bit nervous.
Oh, really? I
But I like TCU.
I thought I assumed people wouldn't really be I've been on TCU early this year, and so I didn't.
Yeah, I remember you had them early. Against Colorado, I was on the other side.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm also going to add TCU over 30.5 team total. I think they will hit that. You want to copy that, Cappy Cat?
No, there is a little bit of worry though. Like he said that Oklahoma, when we thought Oklahoma was down, they do bounce back a little bit with that Nebraska game. So, but I'm on TCU regardless, so we'll stick with that.
That's not what I just said.
It wasn't what he just said. He said that there's going to be so much money on.
I said the exact opposite.
Got it. All right.
There's Dave. I'm looking right now. There's a lot. The bet percentage is 75% Oklahoma, 67% of the money.
That's stunning to me.
Yeah.
That makes me like TCU more.
Yep. Okay. Last game. Oh no, we have two more games. Alabama to Arkansas. Alabama is 17.5 point favorites on the road. Over is 61. Dave, I'll start with you.
I'm sticking with Arkansas. I think they should have won, obviously, against A&M. It's tough to win any game when you're going in and it turns into 6 the other way on that lateral play. The field goal at the end off the goal post. I covered, by the way. I don't know what you guys had in that line. I had 2.5 plus Arkansas, so that was a win for me. And I think they keep this game close, to be honest. And I like the over.
I pushed Dukes. Dukes tried to fuck me, tried to bang me up with my card this week. He just Dave. I was scratching and clawing all day. I did a 3-0 ads for late night. I tweeted it like 5:30. The games didn't start till like 9 o'clock. Dukes just didn't add him on when he tweeted out the card. It like hurt my soul seeing how bad my record looked.
I fucked up.
So you were actually
better. He tweeted.
Well, I'm looking at 20. Were you 20 and 23?
I was 20, 23 and 1. Dukes, when he initially tweeted out my record, said I was 17 and 24.
Got it.
Big difference.
I had one late ad, Florida State, which was the easiest winner of all time.
Ever. I had that first half. Ever. Okay, so Rico, what do you want to do? Are you going to copy Dave?
No.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah. What game?
Alabama, Arkansas.
Oh, sorry. We got fucking sidetracked, and then I was going to bring up a point that it's funny now that we actually have a pick tracker. We used to have all these renegade Twitter accounts that would do it back in the day, so it's good. We're getting legitimized. We're legitimized.
Yeah,
we're legitimized.
You're saying
What are you
Dukes is the
talking
pick
about,
tracker.
Rico?
He is now. Back in the day, we used to have like guys just doing it who didn't work for us. Dead serious.
That still happens.
Yeah, that still happens.
But now we're
Yeah,
legit.
but we
He's
haven't
legit.
had
He's on the
that for
payroll.
years.
He's
So
legit. It's not under the
what
table.
about Dylan
Had that for
Sadeyes?
years.
He always fucked it up though. He
We
was
haven't
legit,
had that
but
for
he was.
years.
I literally just fucked
He
it
was a
up.
house
What are
that
you
was.
talking about?
It was a house blowing in the wind. That can crumpled.
You're
any
going to
second.
say that while
Hurry
Dave's
up.
in a fucking hurricane? That was insensitive. Take it back.
Wind.
He just made a wind joke, Dave.
Okay.
I can barely hear. Just give the pick, Rico.
Take it. I'll take Alabama in the over. Arkansas fucked me last week. I do think that this game's high scoring. Alabama in the over.
All right.
Why did Arkansas fuck you?
I had them against A&M, and they should have won the game.
You had a money line, you mean?
I think you had him 1.5.
They were laying.
Yeah, you had him 1.5. And they
Hold on.
Yeah, you had him
Plus-
1.5.
Who was laying?
You had Arkansas
was laying?
1.5.
No, I'm sorry.
You had A&M.
I had
Arkansas
Arkansas
wasn't
plus
laying?
2. I had Arkansas
Okay,
plus
so
2.
you pushed.
I thought it was going the other way. Yeah, they pushed.
Yeah. Okay.
So what do you wait, what?
There's a lot
Never
on the
mind.
board.
I don't have time to get into what he just
I
said.
knew it settled it to. Oh, Jesus.
I kind of like this Dave remote.
It's like fucking
You just said
Castaway.
Arkansas
Just
was
going
laying,
nuts.
didn't you?
What?
Did you not just say Arkansas was laying?
Yeah, I thought they were laying.
So you didn't really bet the game.
Guy. Fucking guy.
It is true that if you
There's a lot up there.
I remember all the lines of every game I bet because
I
it
I
just
missed
mean,
that
how
kills
can
me.
he?
I
It was
missed that one.
pretty big line. They lost by 2. They were plus 2.5. I don't know how you think they're laying if you bet them.
Well, okay.
I get very intimate
You know-
with the games that I bet.
Fair enough.
Like I know the lines and I'll remember them for at least a couple weeks.
Rico didn't bet that game. There's no way somebody bet Arkansas knowing what the result is and thought they were laying. There's no way.
Where it gets. You know what? I'm not even going to.
No, do it.
Rico, you got them plus
In
1.5.
What?
You got them plus 1.5.
Okay.
We bet him plus.
So now
so would you bet? him?
So he lost.
Yeah.
All right, that's what I'm talking
You
about.
didn't push. I just want
He
people
didn't
to
bet
know
the
that.
game. Let's
By
just
the
move
time,
on.
okay, by the time it gets tweeted, obviously I don't live
Did
in a
you bet
legal
the
state.
game, Rico?
Okay. All right, here we go.
Did
You,
you bet
get
the
where
game?
it gets convoluted. Where in order for me to get
Did you bet the game?
yes, in order for me to get Arkansas to cover, I kind of needed them to win the game with a field goal. Like there was no other way to cover. You know what I'm saying? That's where it was. So I'm watching
Did
the
you
game
bet
and
the
rooting.
game?
Here we go. This fucking guy.
Did you bet the game?
Yes. Okay. Here comes the fucking DP Army. Here comes the DP Army.
I mean, listen, I'll stay out of this between you and Dave on this matter. All I'm going to say is I bet the game. I had Texas A&M -2. I also had the over, and I tweeted it. You can actually go and find my tweet from like, I don't know what it was, like 9:30 at night. I was like, the Arkansas winning this game by 1 will be a disaster for me because I was just watching it being like, this is the worst possible outcome. Arkansas, like I need a push and a loss or something to go well. He didn't bet the game. He's showing me the card. It's a raw. He just showed me a picture of nothing.
Okay.
He just showed me a blank phone, Dave.
He gets so riled up that he disappears.
I love like the silence because like whatever he's gonna come in with is gonna be great. I know.
Just move. Just get
There's also a chance that people listening, like he's just ranting and they're hearing what he's saying.
Right? No,
Like we're not hearing it because it's a cell phone.
No, I'm back. You're cutting in and out. I could hear parts of it. It's like but I wasn't ranting.
He didn't bet the game.
Okay.
Of course not. Listen, I don't care. I just don't like when he thinks he can just make stuff up in Fairyland.
not making up.
There's
It's
no
where
chance
you couldn't have
anybody
okay.
bet the game thinks they're laying points.
Okay, I'm taking Arkansas in the over in this game. Yeah, that's my pick. Last game, NC State at Clemson. Clemson's -6.5. Clemson fucked me last week. That was tough. I think they were the better team. They just fucking – I also have gotten banged up a couple times this year with making bets on Wednesday. I lock in all my bets and then having guys be out on Saturday, which really fucking sucks. So Clemson was missing a bunch of defensive starters. Rico, I'll start with you. Clemson -6.5. Katie, what is the total?
40.
40 and a half because of the hurricane.
40?
Yeah, the hurricane.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I
The
actually
Hurricane's still going on Saturday?
Yeah, I actually have a small card. I'm going to add a bunch of plays later on Saturday because there's a lot of games that I'm like nervous about getting fucked by the hurricane.
yeah.
How can the Hurricane still be going?
It just goes forever.
It's like COVID.
Fuck. I don't know. Troops is supposed to come here for the North London Derby. I don't know if that's going to happen now.
Well, it's not going to
This
be in
Hurricane's
Miami
still
on
going
Saturday. It's just going up the coast.
Damn.
I think NC State would have been in a better spot this week if Clemson won in a blowout. Like I think now Clemson's going to be dialed in. You're going to get obviously their best shot. I thought maybe if Clemson was riding high, NC State catches them early, kind of not necessarily sneaks up on them, but punches them a little bit, gets up early. This is now going to be a dogfight regardless. I was high on NC State in the beginning of this season. I'm going to be rooting for NC State. I'm going to take NC State plus the 6.5. I do think I'm on the wrong side, admittedly, but I'm going to take NC State.
If you think you're on the wrong side, take the other side.
Just fade it. Yeah. But I mean, I want playoff chaos, so I am rooting for NC State. I do think their defense is really good. I think people are still like underselling them off that ECU game. I like Leary. I like NC State. Even on the road, I'll take NC State.
Aren't they ranked
All right, Dave,
10?
what do you got?
NC State, I think it's a close game. Aren't they ranked 10?
NC State is ranked, 9, maybe 9. What are they ranked?
Yeah,
So who's underselling them?
Yeah, they're 10.
10.
Yeah, so who's underselling them?
A lot of that has to do with preseason rankings, and I do think if you ask people about NC State, their only memory is a close game against ECU, which if you watched, it wasn't necessarily that close. NC State definitely left some points on the board, fumbling going in on the goal line, I believe, twice. So I'm still high on NC State. I think they're unfairly getting that ECU category. I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
Who are you on? He's on NC State.
He's on NC State. I'm on Clemson.
Okay.
I would be on NC State if you could pass in this game. I don't think you're gonna be able to pass in this game. I think there's gonna be winds and hurricanes and all that shit. So Clemson's secondary is a problem, but I don't think it'll be a problem because you won't be able to pass here. And also Clemson lost to NC State last year, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Little revenge.
Second overtime, too.
Yep, little revenge for Dabo. I'm going to take Clemson minus 6.5. Before we get to our cards, a quick word from our friends at Skrill. Coming soon to the Barstool Sportsbook, Skrill is a digital wallet perfect for gamblers. Skrill is for money movers and makers, allowing you to instantly deposit and withdraw your money. Sophisticated gamblers use Skrill to manage their bankroll, whether they're playing games like poker or betting on their favorite sports. It's one of the safest and most secure digital wallets, and once it's part of the Barstool Sportsbook, you'll be able to deposit and withdraw instantly without limits. Skrill also lets you transfer money to another Skrill member and take advantage of some of the best money rates around. Make sure to sign up at Skrill.com/Barstool to create your free account and complete the account verification by clicking follow the game after registering so you can start using their digital wallet today. Check out Skrill. Again, Skrill.com/Barstool to create your free account and complete the account verification by clicking follow the game after registering so you can start using their digital wallet today. All right, let's do our cards. Dave, do you want to text me your card or what do you want to do?
I'll try to rip through it quick.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I got Purdue plus 12.5 against Minnesota, a little bit of a Minnesota letdown. TCU plus 6.5 against Oklahoma. We already said that. Texas Tech plus 8.5 against Kansas State. I kind of love the Texas Tech coach, that speechy game. Like, everybody has to come through Lubbock. He got me all jacked up. I think Kansas State, to me, always sneaks up when you don't expect it, and then when you expect it, they let you down. Kentucky plus 6.5, Ole Miss. Penn State minus 26.5 against Northwestern. Northwestern's terrible. Baylor minus 2.5 at home, Oak State. Arkansas minus 17, plus 17.5 at home against Bama. 61 over. I'm going with Walker's Mississippi State minus 3.5 at home at A&M. NC State plus 6.5, Clemson. And Pittsburgh minus 22 at home against Georgia Tech. Did you hear them all?
Yes.
And then my mortal, I'll just give it now. It's Kentucky plus 6.5 against Ole Miss.
Okay, and also I want it on the record that I've relegated myself. I've lost 3 in a row on mortals. I've relegated myself. I think actually it's only fair that Dukes, who is in second place, he's ahead of Rico in mortals. Dukes, you're up. So you're taking my spot.
Quick question, Big Cat. 2 weeks ago, you said I'm basically eliminated because I was 0-3, and now we're tied.
Yeah. So yeah,
Are
we're
we both eliminated.
Yeah, we are.
I disagree.
By the way, I'm going for the triple crown here, even though it's a double crown. I lead everything.
Yeah, that's true. I'm coming though. I'm coming. I'm gonna get hot. Okay. Rico, you want to do your card?
Yeah. What about Dukes?
Well, we'll get to Mortal Locks. I'm
fine.
saying Dukes is now in the pick 'em parlay. I've something that Rico would never in a million years do, Dave. I've done. I've relegated myself.
Also, I just wanted about the hurricane, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw, but UCF got moved to Sunday, 1 o'clock.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Love it. Bonus football.
All right, against the advice of Katie, I'm taking UNC minus 9 against Virginia Tech. UNC defense is bad, but Virginia Tech's offense is that bad as well. I do think UNC can score. I'm going to take UNC minus the 9. Virginia Tech fade Grant Wells. They suck. Friday night, UCLA, Washington over 66. 2 up and down offenses, defenses with problems. I think this is a big over. LSU minus 9 against Auburn. 100 more yards a game. 16 more points a game. LSU lost close to Florida State. Florida State's better than people think. Auburn is broken. Brian Kelly's better than we think, too. Don't write him off. I think LSU covers minus 9 against Auburn. Stanford, Oregon over 62.5. McKee can score. Bo Nix is playing better. I will say that. When he has line protection, he's playing better. The defense struggle. They give up 77 points per game combined.
Quarterback's doing better when he gets good line play.
When he gets what?
Good line play.
TCU plus the 6.5. Ole Miss minus the 6.5. Air Force team total over 25.5. I know Service Academy unders. I get it. Navy's really bad. I know that they know the scheme. Air Force, I really, really high on this Air Force team. I still think you could hit the under and Air Force wins 28-3, and we'll be fine. Air Force team total. Charlotte. I don't know what that was. Charlotte, UTEP over 50.5. Chris Reynolds is banged up, but I did an old Rico. We were calling in some inside sources. I'm hoping he's going to play. Charlotte overs, even though UTEP is kind of slow, over 50.5. And Dukes, put this as tentative because I will only lock it in on Saturday. But for now, Wake Forest, Florida State over 65. That's if the Hurricane really does fuck that up, but that's right now tentative. And that's where I'm at. Dan.
Okay, thank you, Rico. Smaller card this week, whatever we talked about, put that on my card. I have LSU -9. I have Utah. I have LSU -9. I have Utah -10. I'm taking UCLA +3 on Friday night and the over, whatever that was.
66 I had. It could have jumped up.
Houston -2.5. I disagree with Dave on the Minnesota thing. I think they're just pounding teams. I still don't know if Aiden O'Connell's playing. Minnesota -12. Michigan State +7.5. Stinky one. They bottomed out. I think they'll keep it competitive with Maryland. FSU Wake over 65.5. I'm a little nervous about the weather, but I'm going with it. Penn State -26.5. What was the UTEP Charlotte over?
50.5.
50.5. Take it over. Nebraska Indiana over 60. Indiana's actually runs really fast offense. Not the most efficient, but I like that one. Georgia Tech +23. Georgia Tech has a new coach, interim head coach, former Georgia Tech offensive lineman. I think he'll clean some things up. I think this game will be a little bit closer. Air Force, what's Air Force? I shouldn't take Air Force.
It's -14.
Dukes,
14.
get rid of Pitt on me, Georgia Tech. I'm not betting against the interim guy. Strike that from the record.
Got it.
Air Force -14, Georgia -28, and I will be adding to my card later after I see some weather stuff. Let's do Mortal Locks. Been a good show. Bubba, why don't you start?
Michigan -11 against Iowa.
Okay.
Ooh, I think that's going to be closer than people think.
That also is my Mortal Lock. I'll just say it right now. I'm not part of the Mortal Lock parlay. Iowa has played the worst offenses in the country. Like, literally some of the worst offenses in the country. I looked it up last night. Nevada's 128, Rutgers 108, Iowa State 78, and then an FCS team. I think their defense is a little overrated. Michigan doesn't turn the ball over. That's what Iowa needs. I just don't think their offense is so bad. It could be a 17-3 game, but you're covering. Like, I just don't see how Iowa's going to score if they can't turn the ball over, and Michigan's really good with turnovers.
Show up.
We talked Navy, Air Force. I'm taking Navy with the points +14. I think it's just too much in this game.
Yeah, probably right. Okay, Aria.
I'm taking UTSA -4.5 on Friday night against Middle Tennessee.
Okay. Katie?
Kentucky Ole Miss under 54.
Bounce back. I like it, Aria. Middle Tennessee State. By the way, I offered Danny Boy Kane to stay with me.
And what'd he say?
He didn't reply because he lives in Tampa.
Damn. Oh, we need to get him safe.
Would have been unbelievable.
Yeah. If you guys bunked up.
That's a reality show waiting to happen.
Katie, what's your lock?
Kentucky Ole Miss under 54.5.
Okay. Rico?
You're on Michigan.
Michigan
yeah.
-11.
Kent State, Ohio, over 68.5. Offenses combined 800.
By the way, that was one of my great picks that I didn't bet Kent State last week against Georgia.
Yeah, that was good.
Combined 863 yards on offense per game. Combined 605 yards on defense per game. Ohio just gave up 52, Katie, to Fordham.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the Rourke brother in there. They're going to sling it. Kent State has been playing better teams. Played Washington, scored some points on them, should have covered. Scored against Georgia, as we saw. There was another team that Oklahoma. Kent State decided to just hold the clock. That was their thing. Now that we're in the MAC, bad defenses, they're going to start dialing it up. There's going to be a lot of possessions in this game. I don't think anybody can stop anybody. It's a high number, but we're going over 68.5.
Okay. Good pick 'em, boys.
Houston.
Oh, shit. Hank, sorry. Houston.
No, it's fine. Yeah, you don't. It's all right.
I forgot you were here.
How's it feel, Hank? It's tough, right?
It is.
Yeah.
That was tough, Hank.
So you guys got a replacement for the Pro Football Show today?
Yes. Dave, can you see the video? Can you see us at all? No.
No.
Hank went to Rolling Loud.
I see myself.
Dave, Hank went to Rolling Loud.
I'm just gonna start wearing the sweatshirt all the time now.
He came back
Big
with
Cat. Hey, Dave. Big Cat likes Legends t-shirts.
Yeah, but Hank went to Rolling Loud and he came back from Rolling Loud with like 16 wristbands on, and he's been wearing the sweatshirt every day. So if you ask him about Rolling Loud, he'll tell you.
Like a sophomore on spring break.
Yeah.
Okay. Why you wearing like a ski ticket?
I'm at my house. I'm sick, and it was the first sweatshirt I grabbed.
Did you go though?
Got it.
Yeah, I did. It was the time of my life. One of the
Nice.
best experiences I've ever had as a human
sick.
being.
That's sick. That's so
Good. Good. I'm in a hurricane just trying to survive out here.
All right,
Good luck.
see you, Dave. See you, Dave.
Bye. Bye.
What a fucking big